How's it going, everybody? This week is going to be 3 events that kind of feed into each other in a way that we're not really used to. All in the hopes of getting some good Pab Shards, who's going to be a necessary member of the Spider Society team, as well as a store that could have some goodies in it that we're not aware of. Of course, joining with me, if we're doing math, is going to be the one, the only, Scotty. Scotty, how was your weekend, my guy?
It was very good. How was yours?
My weekend was a lot of children crying, and I'm happy they're asleep right now. Let's put it that way.
Look at your life. Look at your choices.
That's it. All right, with that said, let's get into it. Talking about the Peace and Love web milestone. We're going to be spending those shiny coins in the store. Why don't you talk us through the unknowns going into all 3 of these events, including the store?
Yeah, so the web milestone is a daily milestone, so it does reset, and it is like 8 total occurrences. And this is spending the shiny coins that you're going to get points for earning in the main event. The big thing we don't know, obviously, is how many shiny coins we're going to get per day. And to complete the web milestone, we're supposed to spend 10k a day, which seems like a lot. So I look at this and I go, so are we going to be getting 10k, a day easily? Because like throughout the whole web milestone, like there are gamma rays to get, and then you have to get milestone points for the alliance event. So I assume yes, they'll be getting us the 10k a day, but obviously, like with Scopely concerned, you can never really just assume that. So we don't know if we'll be able to spend 10k a day. And then it comes into the annoyance of, we've already told them we really hate it that when we're told that we have to spend a certain amount of store currency per day when you might be holding out for special things. So that's the other kind of shitty part is you may be holding out for, like, we don't know what's in this store to spend on to begin with. Like, we don't know if it's going to be character shards, crimson gear, etc. We don't know if we're going to be waiting for certain things to be in there. So it does suck that every day we have to spend 10k, but we also don't know if we're going to get enough that day.
Yeah, especially being that it feeds into an alliance event, right? Which feeds into the main event, which is where we get our Pav shards. So it really, really sucks. There's all these unknowns, especially about the store, especially how they're forcing you to spend it, which is going to entice people to core to try and get the things they want out of the store. And then you're reliant on your alliance mates. Not everyone has a super active alliance to do the same, so they're contributing the same so that we get as many Pav shards as possible. Kind of a really bonehead event scheme, if you ask me.
And like the big weird thing with this is usually the web milestone feeds into the solo main event, but it actually feeds into the alliance event, and that kind of gets into the more like if people aren't active, then it affects everybody because then it's affecting that event, and then the alliance event then feeds into the solo event. So if people aren't doing what they should be doing for the alliance part of things, then it affects everyone in the solo event. So it's just this like domino effect. I feel like there's going to be a terrible domino effect on a lot of alliances trying to deal with this.
Me too. Well, let's take a look at the web milestone, what we're actually going to be getting per day. If we spend that 10,000, we're going to be getting a bunch of the Rise of the Planet milestones. That is the part that is the alliance milestone. We get these monthly items. Hopefully it's not contingent on finishing the monthly event to get all these, because then a lot of alliances are actually going to get screwed there. And then a pretty meaningless amount of gold with some promotion credits for the majority of endgame players. It's not really an issue anymore, right? So kind of a little bit of a stressful scheme there, where it's alliance milestone points plus the monthly item points, all reliant on spending the 10k that we don't know if that's going to be possible free to play. It's honestly, it should be free to play possible if the monthly stuff is contingent on finishing the monthly meta event, because normally they don't put the monthly items in things that are cash only, right? So I guess we'll have to wait and see how that plays out. All right, let's move on to that Alliance milestone. So Rise of the Planet, we're going to be earning allied supply orb fragments and playing raid battles. What do you got for us here?
So as far as the raid battles, that is capped. So basically every day, each person needs to do about 12 battles per day, which does seem kind of high. But like, I guess it depends how much you guys are doing, but it's not like you're going to have to farm nodes and stuff because it's not per person, like it's just alliance based. But to hit that cap, that's what you're looking at. So basically doing lots of raids.
Yeah.
And then there is the allied supply for orb fragments that are usually in the free claim. We obviously don't know what the free claim is for this. Often with the 8-day ones, they're smaller, so I estimated it at 500. If it's more, it's going to help for sure. And then the web milestone every day feeds into that. So 300 times 8 days and then 24 members, that gives you a big chunk. But once again, that is going to be contingent on everybody, doing that and remembering to do that every day. That'll get you to milestone 16. Now, this event gets you shiny coins in the milestones, which gives you points in the solo event, which we'll talk about next. But 20k of those shiny coins, I think, are not going to be obtainable without buying offers for this event. And usually it's the offers that have the allied supply 4 orbs in them. So realistically, like, unless that 500 really does change, you're probably only getting the milestone 16, which is only going to get people 25k of the shiny coins, missing out on the 20k that you probably will have to do offers for, because there's also crimson gear there, so I don't think that is going to be like free to get to, but it's just weird that the shiny coins are there as well.
Yeah,
I guess when I say weird, I mean kind of not weird, because that just fits with things that they do.
Just a bit scummy, right? Just a little bit scummy. Yeah, like when I see the basic catalyst part there, the fact that it's only one crimson piece, maybe the fourth last milestone might be achievable, depending again on how many coins we get. But that 15,000, surely that is going to be a, pay to collect milestone down there. Other than that, we do have the monthly items stopping at milestone 11, so that might be indicative of where they want us to be able to park as free-to-play people as well. And other rewards, we got some augmented catalysts, we got some Elite 6 credits, gold promotions, some nice T2, 4, and 5 ions. I know a lot of new players are worried about that apocalypse crunch, so maybe that's going to help them alleviate their stress a little bit better. So it's an okay reward scheme, just there's so many wonky unknowns, right? And it all feeds into this next event, the golden hour. So this is going to be the solo event that is reliant on how your alliance does, plus rating with the characters at 5 yellow stars or higher. So why don't you walk us through the unknowns for this one and where you're thinking we're going to end up?
Yeah, so obviously we don't know what the daily free claim is going to be, or what it's going to be. Maybe it's going to be shiny coins, maybe it's just going to be milestone points. Usually the Friday free claim also is part of it, so I just kind of guess what it could be. And then other big unknowns is what the shiny coin drop rate is going to be from the nodes. I was thinking, like, if they're expecting us to get 10k a day, it would make more sense that it's probably about 6 coins per energy, because then people could get that from that. But maybe they're going to be using the free claims to supplement that as well. But I left it at what the last event we did, which was the candy event, and that was 4 per energy. So I left it there for now. And then a lot of the points are going to be major, like if you bought character offers. So this is what the max, in my opinion, would be. Like, you're maxing the alliance milestone, so that means you're buying offers there to get the extra shiny coins. You have everybody at 7 yellow, which I guess is kind of crazy. Like, not many people are going to have penny at 7 yellow for this event, but obviously it is possible. If you're doing 50s and 100s refreshes on it, like all of that, I just want to show people is like, it's not going to get you to the end. It just gets you to about milestone 18. But this is also a leaderboard event for Black Cat diamonds, but I think mostly what people are going to be going for is the crimson stuff in it.
Yeah, the 20,000 Crimson Gear Raid Orb Fragments at the very bottom there. Whoops, I didn't mean to scroll in there.
I mean, on the leaderboard.
Yeah, I'll show the leaderboards in a second here. So this is going to be the main milestones where we're getting our Pav Shards. Now, we were talking about this earlier, the fact that it is a very complex sort of sequencing of scoring for the events, right? And we were concerned that even just getting to milestone 16 was going to be hard for some alliances, especially like these newer alliances that may not have a full group. Maybe they're pushing raids where half the people are still kind of playing catch up on ISOs, whatever the case may be there. So getting 100 shards is pretty tough, but luckily Pav is a 45 shard unlock, I believe. Plus the 5 shards you got from free claim. So you shouldn't need to get too far down to get the unlock at the very least. But to go further down, it's going to take a lot of coordination with your alliance. The rest of this stuff, I don't really see crazy value in it. The 1.5 T2L4 ions ain't bad for new players. 5 million gold. That goes away real quick. Then we got some 1.75 T5 ions. This is definitely, I kind of think like you said, 18 might be the highest if you're super coordinated, but like 17 to 20 maybe going to take insane coordination or spending on offers, right? And then let's take a look then at the leaderboard. Yay, Black Cat Diamonds. Who's ready for a 3-diamond Black Cat in Stage 6 just to eat up your new warriors even more? Plus, all those spicy Gear Tier 19 minis, right? How competitive do you think this leaderboard is going to be?
So, I don't think it's going to be as bad as what we just had for Zombie Juggernaut.
Okay.
Because that was like mutant minis, I think. This is for tech minis, which I don't think, like, people want them, but like what people really want right now is skill and bio, I think.
Yeah.
I don't like, Black Hat isn't like a huge draw for a lot of people. Yes, like in CC, I guess it would be nice in that room, but like she's not used in every arena team anymore. Like in war, usually it's more just a defense team. I don't think that's going to be as big a draw for people.
Yeah.
And a lot of the people that would go hard for this are maybe not needing this aspect anymore for Dark Dimension because they're either almost through or through already. So hopefully it won't be as bad. Nope. Yeah, I guess so.
They're still gonna go. They want the 3 diamonds. They're still gonna go for it. 1,000%.
People are crazy.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, guys, that's going to be it for this week's events, but we wanted to show you where you should be standing in the current monthly meta item. Scotty does all these charts and more breakdowns, and then this kind of monthly tracker in the Discord. So make sure you join the Discord. It's in the description below. If that link is inactive, sometimes that happens for some reason, just hit me up in the comments. We'll link you a new one. But this is where we should sort of be standing if you've been kind of maxing all the monthly items, right?
Yeah, so this is as of like the end of the current events on the 23rd, and up to like the daily free claim on the 22nd. Assuming it stays the same, like it's been the 3,400 the whole time, so I don't expect it to change. And then like every time like the Friday free claims come out, I just kind of update it. And then assuming like that we're going to be getting all of the big thing I don't know about like the next week is like if we are going to be getting all those monthly items. So I was waiting to do week 4, but once like we have a better idea on Tuesday like what we'll be able to get, I can then post like where we should be able to get. I think everyone should be on track to finishing it. I think, you know, week 4 has enough that most people are going to go over what you should be at, but once we have a little bit more information on stuff on Tuesday, I'll be able to like update that and let people know if we're going to be short, but I don't think we will be.
Perfect. I know a lot of people active in that channel, so I know there's a lot of value there, so you want to make sure you join the Discord. Hit Scotty up with all your questions. He loves being tagged. He loves it, especially in the morning.
I love tagging people, and then people getting mad that I tagged them. And
well,
I'm sorry, I just wanted you to know.
There's that too. And then finally, there is a Invaders Quick Rumble on the 26th. So if you're the kind of person who doesn't sit with max blitz charges, maybe you just want to make sure you build some up for that so you can get it out of the way real quick so you don't have to blitz after that. But that's going to be it for me and Scotty, guys. Hope you guys have an amazing week of Marvel Strike Force. Wish everybody good luck on this Pavitra event. Let me know what you guys think is going to be the case as far as how many coins we get. And we didn't really talk about it, but we don't even know what's going to be in the store. Maybe there's going to be great characters in the store like Void Knight and Red Goblin and Cabal. Like, we don't know. Sometimes these stores, they have a lot of value. And we also didn't talk about how there's actually not a lot of shards up for grabs for this character when it comes down to it, right? There is only, I think, 150 shards tops for him. So maybe he's going to be in his own store. We'll have to wait and see. But for me and Scotty, have a good one, guys, and we'll talk soon. Bye.
Bye.
That's it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Stay happy, healthy, have fun, and I'll see you in the next one.